Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
It was down the glen one Easter morn, the city fair rode I. There armed lines of marching men in squadrons passed by. No pipe did hum nor battle drum did sound its rat-tat-too, but the Angelus bell or the Liffey smell rang out in the foggy view. Right proudly high over Dublin town they hung out the flag of war. 'Twas better to die neath an Irish sky than at Silver. And from the plains of royal mead strong men came hurrying through, while Britannia's hounds with their long-range guns sailed in by the foggy view. It was England band, our wild geese go, that small nations might be free, but their lonely graves are by Suvla's way, the fringe of the great North Sea. Oh, had they died by Pierce's side or fought with cattle brew, their names we would keep where the vengeance sleep, the shroud of the foggy view. But the bravest fell and the solemn bell rang mournfully and clear for those who died that Easter time, the springtime of the year. The world did gaze in deep amaze at those stout-hearted men but few, who bore the fight that freedom's light might shine through the foggy view. Back to the glen I rode again, my heart with grief was sore, for I'd parted with those valiant men I never would see no more. And to and fro in my dreams I will go, I kneel and I pray for you. Oh, slavery fled, ye rebel dead, when ye fell 'neath the foggy dew. proceed with an old song, and it's great to be in Dublin. An old song from our hometown, and we're really having great celebrations this week after taking 9 years to beat Meath. I'm exhausted. And let's hear you sing it with us. All right, Jack.
Ready?
Okay, I don't have an accent. Plays and songs and stories, heroes of renown, all the passing tales and glories that once was Dublin town. The hallowed halls and houses, haunting children's rhymes, that once was Dublin city in the rare old time. Ring-a-ring-a-rosy, as the light declines, I remember Dublin city in the rare old time. I'm in name, it is Sean Dempsey, as Dublin as can be, born hard and late in Pimlico, in a house that ceased to be. By trade I was a cooper, lost out to redundancy. Like my house, it fell to progress, my trade's a memory. Ring-a-ring-a-rosy, as the light declines, I remember Dublin city in the rare old time. And I courted Peggy Digan, as pretty as you please, a roving child of Mary, rebel liberties. I lost her to a student chap with skin as black as coal, when he took her off to Birmingham, he took away my soul. Ring-a-ring-a-rosy, as the light declines, I remember Dublin city in the rare old time. The years have made me bitter, the gargles dimmed me brain, for Dublin it keeps on changing, nothing seems the same. The pillar and the Met have gone, the Royal long since pulled down, while the grey unyielding concrete makes a city of my town. On your own now, ring-a-ring-a-rosy. Not too shabby. So fare thee well, sweet and old Lippy, I can no longer stay, or to watch the new glass cages that spring up along Wood Quay. My mind's too full of memories, too old to hear new chimes. I'm a part of what was Dublin in the rare old time. Ring-a-ring-a-rosy, as the light declines, I remember Dublin city in the rare old time. Thank you. Well sung. Very good. Thank you.
That's young Paddy Riley.
Oh, thank you, young John. Thank you, young John.
Well, the next song, ladies and gentlemen, tells us something about the Irish love triangle. In the Irish love triangle, there are three parties involved: a man and a woman and drink. And a girl is giving an ultimatum to her boyfriend, saying it's either the drink or me, and he chooses the drink. But afterwards, he relents, and they get married and live happily ever after, the three of them. So it's a happy ending song. On the banks of the roses, me love and I sat down, and I took out me fiddle for to play me love a tune. In the middle of the tune, she smiled and she said, "Ah, Johnny, you lovely Johnny, don't you leave me." Well, when I was a young one, I heard me father say that he'd rather see me dead than buried in the clay. Soon than be married to any runaway by the lonely sweet banks of the roses. On the banks of the roses, me love and I sat down, and I took out me fiddle for to play me love a tune. In the middle of the tune, oh, she smiled and she said, "Ah, Johnny, only Johnny, don't you leave me." Oh, and then I am a runaway, and soon I let them know that I can take the bottle or can leave it alone. If her daddy doesn't like it, he can keep his bottle at home, and then Johnny will go roving with some other. On the banks of the roses, me love and I sat down, and I took out me fiddle for to play me love tune. In the middle of the tune, oh, she smiled and she said, "Ah, Johnny, only Johnny, don't you leave me." Now when I get married, it'll be in the month of May. The leaves they are green and the meadows they are gay, and me true love will sit and sport and play by the lonely sweet banks of the roses. On the banks of the roses, me love and I sat down, and I took out me fiddle for to play me love a tune. In the middle of the tune, oh, she smiled and she said, "Ah, Johnny, only Johnny, don't you leave me." Thank you. We'll carry on with an old favourite this time. It's called the Black Velvet Band. In a neat little town they call Belfast, now apprentice to trade I was bound, and it's many an hour's sweet happiness have I spent in that neat little town, till a sad misfortune came over me, which caused me to stray from the land, far away from me friends and relations, betrayed by the Black Velvet Band. Our eyes they shone like diamonds, I thought her the queen of the land. Her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. I took a stroll with this pretty fair maid, and a gentleman passing us by. I knew she meant the undoing of me, portrayed by the Black Velvet Band. Her eyes, they shone like diamonds. I thought her the queen of the land. Her hair it hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. So come on, you jolly young fellows, and a warning take by me. When you are out on the town, me lads, beware of them pretty colleens, for they'll feed you with strong ale, Maria, until you are unable to stand. And the very first thing that you know, me lads, is you've landed in a Van Diemen's land. Our eyes, they shone like diamonds. I thought her the queen of the land. Her hair it hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band.
That's Sean Cannon. Good man, Sean. Thanks very much. We'd like to continue now with a few tunes on the banjo and tin whistle this time. This is Barney here. And you probably know Barney is the best banjo player in the Dubliners. Okay, Barney. Very humble, isn't he? The best in the Dubliners. That's Barney, and you've met Sean and Paddy so far. This is Eamon here, down at the end of the line. Eamon Campbell. Thanks, Barney. Barney is just reminding me that my name is John. Thank you. Yeah. So here we go. We're going to play 2 hornpipes and a reel. And the tunes are called The Showman's Fancy and The Wonder Hornpipe. And after that, a reel called... Is it The Swallow's Tail? I'm just checking to make sure we're playing the same tunes here. It's a reel called The Swallow's Tail.
Ladies and gentlemen, John and Barney. Let's hear it.
Well, you may have heard that we're celebrating 40 years together as a group this year. Our 40th birthday. Yeah. Yeah. We're all 40 this year.
Plus fat.
Plus VAT. Well, the whole thing started really back around 1962, down the road here in O'Donoghue's pub. I'm sure you know it well. And in the beginning, there was Barney, of course, and Ronnie, and Luke and Kieran. And sadly, of course, Luke and Kieran are no longer with us. But I think it's true to say that their spirit lives on very strongly in the group and in the music. And yeah, thank you. Never be forgotten. Well, along the way, we had various changes of personnel, as you might expect in a span of 40 years, I suppose. And between 74 and 79, that's in the last century now, I mean, we had a wonderful singer and guitar player with us, and we had great times together. And he's since gone on, of course, to have a very successful solo career. And we're delighted he was able to join us for these celebrations here. So I'm sure you'd like to welcome Jim McCann.
Hello? Hello! More like it. Great pleasure to be back here in the Gaiety Theatre, scene of some very happy memories. Yes, still here. I was going to say back to 1965. And also a great pleasure to have been invited on this monumental trip down memory lane with my old friends during this year, 2002. And there was a bit of discussion, naturally, on an occasion like this. What in the name of God do we leave out? That was the main problem, because there's so much stuff. But there was no discussion about this one, I'm very happy to say. It's a song I've been singing for so long, I'm almost embarrassed. But almost embarrassed. And actually, I've been singing it since before the Dubliners joined me. I'll pay for that at the interval. Anyway, especially for some old friends we're here tonight. The song is called Carrickfergus. I wish I was in Carrickfergus, only for nights in Ballygrand. I would swim over the deepest ocean, only for nights in Ballygrand. But the sea is wide, and I cannot swim over, and neither have I the wings to fly. I wish I had a handsome boatman to ferry me over. My love life and my childhood days bring back sad reflections of happy times we spent so long ago. My boyhood friends and my own relations have all passed on now, like melting snow. And I've spent my days in ceaseless roving. Soft is the grass and my bed is free. Ought to be back now in Carrickfergus on that long winding road down to the sea. Now in Kilkenny, it is reported on marble stones there as black as ink, with gold and silver I would support her, but I'll sing no more now till I get a drink, 'cause I'm drunk today. And I'm seldom sober. A handsome rover from town to town. Oh, but I'm sick now. My days are numbered. Come on, you young men, and lay me down. Thank you very much indeed. Very kind of you. Do you fancy singing a chorus? Good, that's very good, because you play quite an important part in this song. You're going to sing the chorus for us. Now, not with us, for us. And we're going to sing this song, and I'm going to dedicate it to Michael Flatley. Why not? And because you're such an important part, I think we'll give them one rehearsal, John, will we? Yeah, we'll give you one rehearsal, and Barney McKenna here will be taking notes. And euros, yeah. And that'll be more like it. And he'll be asking questions at the interval, so We can see tonight everybody who's not singing, by the way. So this is your bit. Are you ready? Up in the exciting seats as well. Family. Here's your bit. Are you ready? All the singers. Dance, dance, wherever you may be. I am the Lord of the dance, said he, and I lead you all wherever you may be, and I lead you all in the dance. Try that. You don't need us. Bit of dancing music. In the morning when the world was begun, I danced in the moon and the stars and the sun. I came down from heaven and I danced on the earth. At Bethlehem I had my birth. Dance, dance, wherever you may be. I am the Lord of the dance, said he, and I need you all wherever you may be, and I need you all in the dance, said he. I danced on a Sabbath, cured the lame. Holy people said it was a shame. They whipped, they stripped, they hung me high, left me there on the hill to die. Dance, dance, wherever you may be. Come on! I am the Lord of the dance, said he, and I need you all wherever you may be, and I need you all. We're dancing again. Danced on a Friday when the sky turned black. Hard to dance with the devil on your back. They buried my body, they thought I was gone. But I am the dance and the dance goes on. Dance, dance, wherever you may be. I am the Lord of the dance, said he, and I need you all wherever you may be, and I need you all in the dance, said he. They put me down, I leapt up high. I am the life that will never, never die. I live in you, you live in me. I am the Lord of the dance, said he. Dance, dance, wherever you may be. I am the Lord of the dance, said he, and I need you all wherever you may be, and I need you all. Try it again, sisters, come on. Dance, dance, wherever you may be. I am the Lord of the dance, said he, and I need you all wherever you may be, and I need you all in the dance, said he. Said he, and I need you all wherever you may be, and I need you all in the dance, said he.
Jim McCann. Lovely, Jim. That was great. Well, just getting back to 1962 again for a moment. It was really Barney beside me here and Ronnie who started off the group. And Ronnie has become affectionately known within the group as our daddy. He's the senior citizen within the group. Now, he's our daddy, all right, but he's a kind of a prodigal daddy because he keeps leaving us every couple of years and coming back again.
He leaves every 10 years.
Barney says he leaves every 10 years. Barney is the bookkeeper in the group. Is that right, Barney? Anyway, how could we possibly celebrate our 40th birthday without our daddy? Impossible. So, Ronnie Drew, here he comes.
Good evening. Well, during the period 1939 to 1945, there was a very big war going on all over the world. They called it World War II everywhere, except, of course, in Ireland, where we called it the emergency. Now, during this emergency, England had suffered a lot from air raids and all that stuff, so they sent for some of our fellas to go to England and help to rebuild essential services like houses and roads and bridges and probably a few pubs. And while they were there, I suppose they helped to make England into a fit place for Irish people to live in. And a lot of the lads who went over at that time found work with a man by the name of Mr. Robert McAlpine, as he was then called. But in the meantime, he did away with so many paddies that they saw fit to make a lord out of him. And on his deathbed, he didn't die in a building site or that, he died in bed. And when he was dying in his bed, his last words were, or so they say, was, if the men wish to honour my memory, let them keep 2 minutes silence, but keep the mixer going and keep Paddy behind it. And this is about him and his little gang. It was in the year of 39, when the sky was full of lead, when Hitler was heading for Poland, and Paddy for Holyhead. Come all you pincher laddies, and you long-distance men, don't ever work for McAlpine, for Wimpy or John Lang. For you'll stand behind a mixer till your skin is turned to tan, and they'll say good on you, Paddy, with your boat fare in your hand. Well, the crack was good in Cricklewood, and they wouldn't leave the crowd, with glasses flying and biddies crying, so Paddy was going to town. Oh, mother dear, I'm over here, and I'm never coming back. What keeps me here at the rake of beer? The ladies and the crack. I come from County Kerry, the land of eggs and bacon. You may think I'll eat your fish and chips. I jeers, you're mistaken. Oh, as down the glen came McAlpine men with their shovels slung behind them. 'Twas in the pub they drank the sub, and up in the spike you'll find them. They sweated blood and they washed down mud with pints and quarts of beer. And now we're on the road again with McAlpine usually. I've stripped to the skin with a darky fin, way down upon the Isle of Grain. With the horse face too, and I knew the rule, no money if you stop for rain. When McAlpine God was a well-filled hod, your shoulders cut to bits and seared, and woe to he went to look for tea with the McAlpines usually. I remember the day that the Bear O'Shea fell into a concrete stairs. But the horse-face said when he saw him dead, well, it wasn't what the rich call prayers. I'm a navvy short was the one retort that reached unto my ears. When the going is rough, well, you must be tough with McAlpines usually. sweat, it has had me bet with a Russian, Czech and Pole. On shuddering jam up in the Hydro Dam or underneath the Thames in a hole. I've grafted hard and I've got me cards and many a ganger's fist across me ears. So if you pride of your life, don't join by Christ with Twig Alpines. Usually. Well, I got married in 1963, and I went to live in, well, that is, my wife and I, she came with me. We went to live in a part of Dublin known as Upper Bagot Street. And there were a lot of queer hawks living there at the time. And some of them went on to be very famous queer hawks, as it happens. One of them being one of Ireland's leading poets, a man called Patrick Kavanagh. Now, I got to know Paddy fairly well due to our comings and goings in the local establishments that sold drink. And one day, Paddy met a late lamented great friend and colleague of ours, Luke Kelly, the Lord have mercy on him. And he met him in, of all places, a pub. And he said to Luke, he said, "Would you not sing my song, Luke?" And Luke said, "What song is that, Paddy?" And he said, "Raglan Road." And Luke sang probably the definitive version of this song, but we're going to sing it in memory of the late, lamented and loved Luke. On Raglan Road of an autumn day, I saw her first and knew that her dark hair would weave a snare that I might one day rue. I saw the danger, yet I walked along the enchanted way. And I said, let grief be a fallen leaf at the dawning of the day. On Grafton Street in November, we tripped lightly along the ledge of the deep ravine, where can be seen the worth of passion's pledge. Oh, the Queen of Hearts, still making tarts, and I not making hay. Oh, I loved too much, and by such is happiness thrown away. I gave her gifts of the mind, I gave her the secret sign that's known to the artists who have known the true gods of sound and stone. And word and tint I did not stint, for I gave her poems to say, with her own name there, and her own dark hair, like clouds over fields of May. quiet street where old ghosts meet, I see her walking now, away from me so hurriedly. My reason must allow that I had loved not as I should, a creature made of clay. When the angel woos the clay, he'd lose his wings at the dawn of day. The angel woos the clay, he'd lose his wings at the dawn of day.
The great Ronnie Jewell, ladies and gentlemen. And Ronnie. Raglan Road. Well, it appears that all the rats are deserting the ship. But thankfully, we're left with the captain of the ship here on my right. So there's nobody can knock the sound out of this tenor banjo like Barney McKenna can. So, for the next few minutes, and God knows I'm not going to hazard to guess at how many bloody minutes, but I leave you in the capable hands and the dizzy fingers of Mr. Barney McKenna, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks again, ladies and gentlemen, for Paddy. Thank you. Paddy's gone off now to put on the kettle, to make some tea and coffee, not a tea. Well, I was going to say now, there's a lot of people here, apart from the local people, good few people from different parts of the continent. So if I start to talk too fast for them, they'll have to listen to me quicker. That's it. Right. Right, we play a little solo for you now on the tenor banjo, but it's Irish because there's two of us going to play the solo. Eamon is going to accompany me here. Right. We play a selection of reels. It's actually just the maid behind the bar is the name of the tune. So we'll start off with that one. And I'll finish off with a tune called Duffy the Dancer, nicknamed the High Reel. So here we play some of these tunes where it all starts in the little, not in the pub, nor the great arena, or the hall, or stage. It starts in the little, back in the old house. And that's the name of the little piece. You probably remember it.
Barney McKenna, ladies and gentlemen. Well, this is going to be the last song before the interval, when you can get out and have your porter and all that. We're going to sing this song, and it's a song that we had in the, what do you call it, I think?
The hit parade.
Oh, the hit, no, it was after that. It was top 20. Way back, well, it was 1967, so you can work it out for yourself. It was a long time ago, and we had this, and this song was banned on Radio Arden, and the bishop in Cork got up in his hole, all his finery, and said it was a mortal sin to go and see these bearded, drunken, lewd people, and that we'd all go to hell. Anyway, I didn't hear anybody who went to hell yet, but anyway, this fella, and then it was banned on Radio Ireland, you see. That was the funny part, because we got this song from a great sean-nós singer from Carna in Galway, a native Irish speaker, and he had already sung this song in Irish on Radio Ireland. So we're getting a bit confused about what the first language is, you know, so we're going to sing it in the second language, called Seven Drunken Nights. Oh, as I went home on a Monday night, as drunk could be, I saw a horse outside the door where my old horse should be. Well, I called me wife and I said to her, will you kindly tell to me who owns that horse outside the door where my old horse should be? Yeah, you silly old fool, till you cannot see. That's a lovely sound that my mother sent to me. Well, it's many a day I travel 100 miles or more, but a saddle on a sow, sure I never saw before. And as I went home on a Tuesday night, as drunk could be, I saw a coat behind the door where my old coat should be. Well, I called me wife and I said to her, will you kindly tell to me who owns that coat behind the door where my old coat should be? Yeah, you silly old fool, till you cannot see. That's a wool blanket that my mother sent to me. Well, it's many a day I travel 100 miles or more, but buttons in a blanket sure I never saw before. And as I went home on a Wednesday night, as drunk could be, I saw a pipe upon the chair where my old pipe should be. Well, I called me wife and I said to her, will you kindly tell to me who owns that pipe upon the chair where my old pipe should be? Yeah, you're drunk, you silly old fool, till you cannot see. That's a lovely tin whistle that my mother sent to me. Well, it's many a day I travel 100 miles or more, with tobacco in a tin whistle, sure I never saw before. And as I went home on a Thursday night, as drunk could be, I saw two boots beneath the bed where my old boots should be. Well, I called me wife and I said to her, will you kindly tell to me who owns them boots beneath the bed where my old boots should be? Yeah, you're drunk, you silly old fool, till you cannot see. They're two lovely geranium pots my mother sent to me. Well, it's many a day I travel 100 miles or more, but laces in geranium pots I never saw before. And as I went home on a Friday night, as drunk could be, I saw a head inside the bed where my old head should be. Well, I called me wife and I said to her, will you kindly tell to me who owns that head with you in the bed where my old head should be? Yeah, you're drunk, you silly old fool, till you cannot see. That's a baby boy that my mother sent to me. Well, it's many a day I travel 100 miles or more, with a baby boy with his whiskers on I never saw before. And as as I went home on a Sunday night, as drunk could be. I saw my wife inside the bed, and this she said to me.
Thanks very much.
There we are. Well, as John said earlier, we made a record to celebrate the 40 years, and there's some old stuff on it and some new stuff. And this is one of the new songs. Song written by a man called Johnny Doon from Galway. It's called Don't Give Up Till It's Over. Don't give up till it's over. Don't quit if you can. The weight on your shoulder will make you a stronger man. Grasp your nettle tightly, though it will burn. Treat your failures lightly. Your luck is bound to turn. Don't give up till it's over. Don't quit if you can. The weight on your shoulder will make you a stronger man. Look at the autumn flowers, how they wither and fade with nature's hidden powers. Next year they will be remade. Don't give up till it's over. Don't quit if you can. The weight on your shoulder will make you a stronger man. Watch the full moon rising like a ghost of the sun, and dawn will be more surprising when a new day has begun. Don't give up till it's over. Don't quit if you can. The weight on your shoulder will make you a stronger man. Don't give up till it's over. Don't quit if you can. The weight on your shoulder will make you a stronger man.
All righty. Don't give up till it's over. Lovely. This time we'd like to do a song that was written by Phil Coulter. He wrote this song way back in the very early 70s when there was great turbulence in the northern section of our country. And he wrote it about the plight, basically, of the working class people of his hometown, Derry, on both sides of the fence. And he penned out this wonderful non-partisan song, and we'd love to sing it, The Town I Love So Well. In my memory, I will always see the town that I have loved so well, where our schools played ball by the gas yard wall. We laughed through the smoke and the smell, going home in the rain, running up the dark lane, past the jail and down behind the fountain. Those were happy days in so many, many ways. In the town I love so well. In the early morning, the shirt factory horn called the women from Creggan, Moore and the Paul, while the men on the door played a mother's role, fed the children and then walked the dog. And when times got rough, there was just about enough, but they saw it through without complaining. For deep inside was a burning pride for the town I love so well. But when I'd return, how my eyes were burned to see how a town could be brought to its knees by the armored cars and the bombed out bars and the gas that hangs on to every breeze. Now the army's installed by the old gas yard wall, and the damn barbed wire gets higher and higher. With their tanks and guns, oh my God, what have they done to the town I love so well? Now the music's gone, but they carry on, for their spirit's been bruised, never broken. Though they'll not forget, still their hearts are set on tomorrow and peace once again. For what's done, it's done. And what's won is won. And what's lost, it's lost and gone forever. I can only pray for a bright, brand new day in the town I love so well. Thank you.
Paddy Riley, ladies
Thank
and
you very
gentlemen.
much. Thank you, James. Thank you.
Mighty stuff. Great stuff. Speaking of mighty stuff, you all know Barney McKenna here plays a mighty banjo. Did you know that he also sings a mighty song? And I'm one of the fellas that loves Barney singing. Now, if music is Barney's first love, then the sea and fishing and anything to do with that comes a close second. As a matter of fact, he's a personal animosity to every fish within 60 miles radius of Howth. And he sings a great song about them. And with absolutely no encouragement from the rest of us, here is Barney McKenna to sing us a part of a song.
Well, folks, this next effort is be more of a chant or a sea shanty. Well, in the town where I live, a few miles northeast of Dublin, it'll be more of a fishing village. And in the middle of this village, there is a chapel, and it's surrounded by 9 bars. John calls it a novena of bars or pubs. Now, in the bar now, well, in all the bars, but in this one in particular, it's called the Lighthouse Bar. And during the herring season, the fishermen, they fish at night. But all day long, this bar is full of fishermen. And in the evening time, the night time, the bar is full of fishermen. And I can assure you, folks, that there's more fish caught in the Lighthouse Bar than ever was caught at sea. And they have a saying amongst themselves, because you would get seasick in the bar. And they have a saying that the only time a fisherman is telling the truth is when he's calling another fisherman a liar. And that's the truth. Yeah, this could be an Australian sea shanty. It doesn't matter where it's from. It's all about hard work, pulling and dragging and heaving and hauling. That's your bit. Heave away. Cast off the end there, John. Okay, Bernie. Air me hearties. Sing up now, sing it. In South Australia I was born. Heave away, haul away. Into South Australia, around the Cape Horn. And we're bound for South Australia. Haul away now, oh, you're rolling kings to me. Heave away. And you'll hear me sing, I'm bound for South Australia. As I walked out one morning fair to me, heave away, all away. Well, a chance to meet with Nancy Blair, bound for South Australia. All away now, you're rolling kings to me, heave away, all away. And you'll hear me sing, I'm bound for South Australia. Well, I shook her up and I shook her down. Heave away, all away. Well, I danced her all around the town, bound for South Australia. All away now, you're rolling kings to me. Heave away, all away. And you'll hear me sing, we're bound for South Australia. Well, there
Australia.
All the way now, you rolling kings.
Heave away,
Come on, me heart,
away,
all the way, and you'll hear me sing.
and we're bound for South Australia.
When I wish I was on some lonesome strand,
Heave away, all away,
with rum and whiskey all in my hand.
bound for South Australia.
All the way now, you rolling kings.
Heave away,
Pull on me hand,
away,
all the way, and you'll hear me sing.
and we're bound for South Australia.
As we wallop around the Cape Horn to me,
Heave away, all away,
when you wish to Christ that you never was born.
bound for South Australia.
All the way now, you're rolling kings.
Heave away,
We're nearly round the ways. All the way, and you'll hear me sing. We're bound
for South Australia.
Two old ladies sleeping on the sand,
Heave away, all away,
each one wishing that the other was a man. We're bound
for South Australia.
all the way now, you're rolling kings to me.
Heave away, all away,
All the way, and you'll hear me sing. And we're bound
for South Australia.
all the way now, you're rolling kings. Come on,
Heave
dear
away,
fellow.
all away,
All the way, and you'll hear me sing. And we're bound
for South Australia.
in the South Australia, I was born to me.
Heave away,
to me.
all away,
In the South Australia, round the Cape Horn,
bound for South Australia.
all the way, you're rolling kings.
Heave
When
away,
you round the pines,
away,
all the way, and you'll hear me sing. And we're bound
for South Australia.
all the way now, you're rolling kings to me.
Heave away, all away,
All the way, and you'll hear me sing. And we're bound for South Australia.
The one and only Barney, ladies and gentlemen. Well, now we're going to sing a song about a highwayman. It's called Whiskey in the Jar. As I was going over the far Fenkerry mountains, I met with Captain Farrell and his money he was counting. I first produced me pistol and I then produced me rapier, saying stand and deliver where you are about to see where my sherry up a doing up a da. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. I went into my chamber, all for to take a slumber. I'd silver, gold and jewels, and sure it was no wonder. Jenny took me pistol, she filled it up with water, then sent for Captain Farrell to be ready for the slaughter. My sherry up a doer of a da. Whack for the daddy-o, whack for the daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar. Early in the morning, just before I rose for travel, up come the band of troopers, and like when Captain Farrell
Sean Cannon there, Whiskey in the Jar. Great stuff. Now, I have quite a few requests for this next song, and I'm happy to do it because I do love it. It's a song called Grace. And whereas most of us know the song, most of us would be familiar with the song, not everybody knows who Grace was, or even that she was a real person at all. So, with your indulgence, I'll just explain a little bit about the song before I sing it. Grace was a woman called Grace Gifford. And Grace Gifford was the childhood sweetheart and for a very short time the wife of a man called Joseph Mary Plunkett. Now, Joseph Mary Plunkett was a poet and a patriot. He was the youngest of the signatories of the proclamation in 1916. And as one of the signatories, of course, he was sentenced to death along with the other rebels. And he was shot in Kilmainham jail here in Dublin on the 4th of May 1916 in the early hours of the morning. And a couple of hours before he was shot, Grace Gifford and a priest were brought into Kilmainham, and in the little chapel inside there, Joseph Plunkett and Grace got married. They were allowed about 15 minutes together under supervision after the ceremony, and that was all. That 15 minutes was all the married life they had together. That was it. If you ever visit Kilmainham Jail, which is something I highly recommend, everybody does at least once, there's a little plaque to the right of the altar as you look at it, commemorating this wedding. And even though she was so young when all this happened, Grace never remarried. And she died in 1969, living with two other old ladies in Ranelagh in Dublin. That's how close we are to that bit of history. Thanks very much for listening to the story, folks. For those who wanted to hear the song, here it is, Grace. As we gather in the chapel here in old Kilmainham jail, I think about these past few weeks. Oh, will they say we failed from her school days? They have told us we must yearn for liberty. Yet all I want in this dark place is to have you here with me. Oh, Grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They'll take me out at dawn and I will die. With all my love, I'll place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye. Now I know it's hard for you, my love, to ever understand the love I bear for these brave men, my love for this dear land. But when Pádraig called me to his side down in the GPO, I had to leave my own sick bed. To him I had to go. Sing it with me if you know it. Oh, Grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They'll take me out at dawn and I will die. With all my love, I'll place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye. Now as the dawn is breaking, my heart is breaking too. On this May morn as I walk out, my thoughts will be of you, and I'll write some words upon the wall so everyone will know I loved so much that I could see his blood upon the road. Oh, grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. They'll take me out at dawn, now I must die. With all my love, I'll place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye. Oh, there won't be time to share our love, so we must say goodbye. Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. Well, John and Barney are going to swap their fiddle and banjo for a couple of mandolins here and entertain us with the duet on those instruments, ably assisted by Hare Campbell. Seems like a nice boy. No, I'll suffer for that. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, everything seems to be in order here, so I leave you to the tender mercies of John and Barney on dueling mandolins.
Now, we're going to play, as Jim said, a mandolin duet. We play these hornpipes. Now, the first one is called Chief O'Neill's, and the other one is a tune called the Trumpet Hornpipe, and then the last one from the middle is the Mullingar Races. That's a reel. So for those of you who haven't heard these tunes before tonight, well, this will be the first time.
After three. 1, 2, 3.
A galloping mandolins, ladies and gentlemen. Many years ago in Dublin, long before credit cards came into operation, the citizens, if they wanted to buy anything, had to deal with in cash. Particularly if they were gentlemen dealing with certain ladies who used to sell things that you couldn't buy in shops, if you know what I mean. Well, you couldn't in those days. You probably can now. But couldn't then. And at that time, the British judges held sway in the courts of Dublin. And they were feeling very put upon because everybody coming in front of them was saying, I refuse to recognise the court on the grounds that this is a political offence. And eventually they were really getting a pain in their, whatever judges get a pain in, because the fellas accused of robbing gas meters and bicycle lamps and all were trotting out rubbish about, I refuse to recognise the court on the grounds this is a political offence. Now it has to be remembered these judges were known to be very convivial gentlemen, which is another name for piss artists. And after one particularly convivial weekend, the judges returned to Dublin to carry on the business of the court, and the head judge was going, oh, jeez, I'm dying. He wasn't actually saying that. He was saying something like, I shan't be able to put up with another week of this political offence business. I shall go insane, or whatever they say. And he was mad to speed up the whole business of the court so as he could get out and get a cure, get a drink for himself. So this lady was brought in front of him, and he says, Madam, he wanted to speed up the thing, so he says, Madam, before we commence proceedings, I would like to ask you a question. And what is it, Your Honour? He said, Madam, do you recognise this court? She says, I do, Your Honour, every bloody one of you should share. Her name was Dicey Riley. Oh, poor old Dicey Riley, she is taken to the sub. Not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet. I'll tell you when, right? Oh, poor old Dicey Riley, she is taken to the sub. Oh, poor old Dicey Riley, she will never give it up. For it's off each morning to the pop, and then she's in for another little drop. On the heart of the round with Dicey Riley. Now was a poor old Dicey Riley, she is taken to the sub. Poor old Dicey Riley, she will never give it up. It's off each morning to the pot, and then she's in for another little drop. With the heart of the round with Dicey Riley. Oh, she walks along Fitzgibbon Street with an independent air. And then it's down by Summer Hill, and as the people stare, she says it's nearly 1:30, and it's time I had another little one. On the heart of the round with Dicey Riley. Poor old Dicey Riley, she is taken to the sun. Poor old Dicey Riley, she will never give it up. It's all each morning to the pot, and then she's in for another little drop. The heart of the round with Dicey Riley. Oh, long years ago when men were men and fancied Mayo Blonde, or lovely Becky Cooper, or Maggie's Mary Wong, one woman put them all to shame. Just one was worthy of the name, and the name of that dame was Dicey Riley. Poor old Dicey Riley, she is taken to the sun. Poor old Dicey Riley, she will never give it up. It's all each morning to the pot, and then she's in for the little drop. With a hand on the road was Dicey Riley. Oh, but time went catching up with her, like many pretty whores. And it's after you along the street, before you're out the doors. Their looks all fade and the balance weighed, and without of all that great brigade, still the heart of the round with Dicey Riley. Poor old Dicey Riley, she is taken to the sun. Poor old Dicey Riley, she will never give it up. It's off each morning to the pot, and then she's in for another little drop. With the heart of the round with Dicey Riley.
Thank you very much. Well, we'd now like to sing a song, Os Gaeilge, in Irish, and this is to remember Kieran Burke, who sang many a song in Irish with the Dubliners. And the song mentioning a place in County Tipperary, Kilcash, and the song is called Kilcash also. Codien you meet fast gan I mud tadjeron a gailger lord Neil tracht der Kilcash na joylok is nie kling for a kling rabra on I choose in a gonia hanjavan for gradum is my harna nearly a caring tartain out is an afran being Níchlen am fóam lachen na gehaun na fyrir giftuskun Ní fjón am akakun sér a hárach mér agus kérðan slór Níl kjól vi mér án le hár an legdal lúin Nan gúi hínar mar an a dreifán og sífra an silkan slún Nach weg war die Arisch
Sean Cannon there, lovely song, Kilcash. Good news. We're going to sing a drinking song. I thought you'd be pleased. We heard about your exploits at the interval in there. Sterling stuff. Like all the best drinking songs, this one is in waltz time. So while you're all roaring out the chorus, you can all do this. Okay? And try and alternate the roles, because it looks great. We try and make Barney seasick. The main thing is to roar out the chorus, which is the whole object of the exercise, and the last 2 lines of each verse, if you just repeat those and add a salutation to a man called Rosin the Bow, that's all we need. Roar it out, that's the idea. Rosin the Bow. That's the idea. I travelled all over this wide world, and now to another I'll go. I know that good quarters are waiting to welcome Al Rosin the Bow. To welcome Al Rosin the Bow. To welcome Al Rosin the Bow. I know that good quarters are waiting to welcome Al Rosin the Bow. When I'm dead and laid out on the counter, a voice you will hear from below, saying, send down a hot set of whiskey, take a drink with Al Rosin the Bow. Take a drink with Al Rosin the Bow. Take a drink with Al Rosin the Bow. Send down a hot set of whiskey, take a drink with Al Rosin the Bow. Then get a half-dozen stout fellas and line them all up in a row. Let them drink out a half-gallon bottles to the memory of Rosin the Bow. To the memory of Rosin. To the memory of Rosin the Bow. To the memory of Rosin the Bow. Let them drink out a half-gallon bottles to the memory of Rosin the Bow. Let's make Barney seasick. Then get these half-dozen stout fellas and let them all stagger and go, and dig a great hole in the meadow, and in it put Rosin the Bow. You know what to do. And in it put Rosin the Bow. And in it put Rosin the Bow. Let them dig a great hole in the meadow, and in it put Rosin the Bow. Well, I hear the old tyrant approaching, that cruel, remorseless old foe. I lift up me glass in his honour, take a drink with Al Rosin the Bow. Take a drink with Al Rosin the Bow. Take a drink with Al Rosin the Bow. I lift up me glass in his honour, take a drink with Al Rosin the Bow. Take a drink again. Take a drink with Al Rosin the Bow. Take a drink with Al Rosin the Bow. I lift up me glass in his honour, take a drink with Al Rosin the Bow. Well done, those singers.
Jim McCann on the chair with Rosin the Bow. Well, Jim. Well done. Well, we're going to do a song this time that was written by our great friend Pete St. John, and it was looking like for a while there we were going to have to learn this song in Japanese. So we'll give it a lash anyway in whatever little bit of English we have. All right, Jack.
Okay, Paddy.
Shut up, you. lonely prison wall, I heard a young girl calling. Michael, they have taken you away, for you stole Trevelyan's car, so the young might see the morn. Now a prison ship lies waiting the bay. Lord, lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams of songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. By a lonely prison wall, I heard a young man calling. Nothing matters, Mary, when you're free. Against the famine and the crown, I rebel, they cut me down. Now you must raise our child with dignity. On your own now, give it a lash. Here we go. By a lonely harbor wall, she watched the last star falling. As the prison ship sailed out against the sky, for she lived in hope and pray for her love in Botany Bay. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. Let's hear it now. Lord, lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields. One more last time, let's hear it now. Lord, lie the fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely round the fields of Athenry. Well done. Thank you. Wonderful. Great stuff. Great stuff. Anyway, earlier on there we featured the captain of the ship, Bernard, there knocking out a few tunes on the banjo. This time our other instrumental genius is going to play a few tunes. John, when he's not playing the fiddle, he's scribbling out a few notes to play on it as soon as he can get his hands on it. So I leave you with the maestro, Mr. John Sheehan, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I like the maestro bit. Have to buy me a few pints for that. Well, as Paddy was saying there, it's a hobby of mine, all right, writing a little piece of music. And this piece I'd like to play for you first is a piece that was commissioned by our last Minister for Arts and Culture, Sheila De Valera. And as you might have heard, I'm from Marino, out the road there. And a few Northsiders here. And out there in Marino, just off the Malahide Road, there's a beautiful building standing there called the Marino Casino. Do you know that one? But anyway, I wrote this little piece of music to try and match in with the mood of the place. And as I say, it's called the Marino Casino. And when I was finished writing it anyway, I gave the music to the younger maestro in the group. That's, yes, Eamon Campbell here. He's the young maestro. Very talented maestro too. You must have done well at the busking today, Eamon, on Grafton Street. Anyway, Eamon wrote a very nice guitar part for this, so I hope you like this new tune, well, newish tune, called the Marino Casino. Well, thank you. Near enough, Eamon, is it? Okay, off you go, Eamon. you. Thank you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Johann Sebastian Schiller.
Lovely. Well, here's your chance now to clap in time to the music, if you'd like to do that, will you? Yeah. This is our 40th birthday party, after all. I don't know if you got enough gargle or not. But anyway, here a couple of reels. We're going to play a couple of reels and a jig. Here we go. Keep the party going. Okay, Emma.
John Sheehan in great fiddle and pedal. Man, John.
Thank you.
And young Eamon Campbell on guitar. Great stuff. I met my love by the gas yard wall. Dreamed a dream by the old canal. I kissed my girl by the factory wall. Dirty old town, dirty old town. Clouds are drifting across the moon. Cats are prowling on their feet. Springs a girl to the streets at night. Dirty old town, dirty old town. I heard a siren from the dawn. Saw a train set the night on fire. I smelled the spring through the smoky wind. Dirty old town, dirty old town. I'm going to make a big sharp eye, shining steel, tempered in the fire. I'll chop you down like an old dead tree. Dirty old town, dirty old town. I know, let's hear you. I met. Dream a dream. I kissed my girl. One more time. I met my love by the gas yard wall. Dreamed a dream by the old canal. I kissed my girl by the factory wall. Dirty old town, dirty old town, dirty old town, dirty old town. All right, Campbell. All right. Wonderful stuff. Well, thank you very much indeed. It's been a brilliant night. We've had a great, great time, and it's great to be in Dublin. We love it. Thank you. You've been an absolutely wonderful, wonderful audience, and I hope you had as good a time as we had up here. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Okay, we're not finished singing yet. Here we go. I've been a wild rover for many easy years, and I spent all my money on whiskey and beer. But now I'm returning with gold and great store, and I never want to play the wild rover no more. And it's now they never no more. When I play the wild rover, no more.
I went into an alehouse I used to frequent, and I told the landlady my money was spent. I asked her for credit, she answered me nay. Like the custom as yours I can have any day. Well, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for such a marvellous reception. It's been fantastic for us. Thank you very, very much indeed. And we're going to finish, we're really going to finish this time with a song which we also had in the top 20 in 1987 when we collaborated with a group called the Pogues. I can tell you that was some collaboration, I can tell you, but we haven't got all night. Anyway, it's called the Irish Rover. On the 4th of July, 1806, we set sail from the sweet Clover Cork. We were sailing away with a cargo of bricks for the Grand City Hall in New York. With a wonderful craft she would rig for the nap. I know how the wide wind drove her. She stood several blasts, she had 27 masts, and they called her the Irish Rover. We had 1 million bags of the best Sligo rags. We had 2 million barrels of stone. We had 3 million sides of our blind horses' hides, with 4 million barrels of bones. There were 5 million dogs, 6 million hogs, and 7 million barrels of porter. There was 9 million bales of old nutty goat tails, all on board of the Irish Rover. There was old Mickey Cute, who played hard honey flute when the ladies lined up for a set. He would bugle with skill for each sparkling quadrille, till the dancers were flutered and met. With his smart witty talk, he would cock off the walk, and he rolled the dame under and over. They all knew at a glance when he took up his stance, and he sailed in the Irish Rover. Westmead come along. There was Slugger O'Toole, who was drunk as a rule, and fighting Bill Tracy from Dover, and your man Mick McCann on the banks of the Bann, on board of the Irish Rover. We had sailed 7 years when the measles broke out, and the ship lost its way in the fog. And a whale of a crew was reduced down to 2, myself and the captain till dawn. Then the ship struck a rock, oh Lord, what a shock. Bowed in but turned right over, turned 9 times around. Then the poor old dog was drowned. I'm the last of the Irish Rover.
Don't clap too much now. Maybe looking for more money. Sit down.
Okay, thank you very much. You've been really wonderful. But, Jesus, if the pubs are closed, I'll never forgive you. This song doesn't need any introduction in this town, and let's hear you sing it with us. In Dublin's fair city, where the girls are so, I first set my eyes on sweet Molly Malone as she wheeled her wheelbarrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. She was a fishmonger, and sure 'twas no wonder, for so were her father and mother before, and they both wheeled their barrows through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. She died of a fever, and no one could save her, and that was the end of sweet Molly Malone. But her ghost wheels her barrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. And you know, let's hear you. Oh, you can do better than that. Let's hear you now. Alive.